A pleasant morning to you. Welcome and thank you for joining us on today's live this beautiful morning. It's another beautiful day and it promises to be amazing because we're going to be talking about how a lot of us tend to sabotage our own self, tend to be the reason why we don't succeed, and tend to be the reason why things are not happening as they should for us. Yes, I I think you have a clue now what we're going to be talking about, right? Well, we're talking about self sabotaging today, and I have Joyce, Jemima, and
Happy to
Solomon.
be here.
Good morning.
Good
Morning.
morning.
I missed yesterday, but I'm glad to be here this morning.
Yeah.
We're
See how she sounded?
We're glad to have you.
around.
Do you know how good I sounded right now?
Mm,
I was supposed to be here, but she removed me.
but thank God.
Sorry, tomorrow, I will-
Congratulations for
tomorrow I will
making
not
it
be
here today.
you have the floor. Engineer Tony put it to me that I miss Jemima. So me that I'm sitting here, I'm just today. This one saying I miss being here. Okay. Tomorrow I'll be behind the camera. People of God.
Do what?
What is everybody
Sabotaging.
What? No, I will not sabotage you people. I'll be hating you from behind the camera. People should continue with your love conversation that you started last week.
You sabotage yourself by being on air.
No, I will not sabotage myself. Oh. I'll just take a bow.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
That sounds good.
Sounds good, right?
Wow.
So we're no offense, but you said it yourself.
It
So-
sounds good. And it sounds good. Nobody's going to say, Joyce,
Please,
now.
you know.
Come
No, we don't want to be
in
hypocrites.
their minds. Yay.
We don't want to be hypocrites.
You made up your mind.
Exactly.
It sounds good indeed. So what are we talking about?
All right, so we're talking about self-sabotaging today. We just had an evidence of self-sabotaging on set this morning.
Simply put, if you don't understand the topic, what just happened is self-sabotage.
But if you, in case you did not still understand what we are talking about, let us explain to you what self-sabotaging is.
Is that thing that you do consciously or unconsciously? Either you do or you don't do, consciously or unconsciously, that is stopping you from moving forward, stopping you from becoming that person that you dreamt of becoming, and maybe, let's say, for example, you're thinking of being a teacher in future, and then along the way you stop doing things that will qualify you to be that teacher that you are hoping to become. Or you want to be a footballer. You started training just for some certain reasons, maybe based on to you. You stop training. You stop going to the field, and you just want to be that Okocha, that Kanu. It's not possible. It's not possible. So, is there anything that consciously or unconsciously you are doing or you are not doing to stop you from becoming that potential person?
Being your own stumbling block,
Mm.
being your own hindrance,
Mm.
being your own enemy of progress.
This one is not village
Boris
people.
Exactly.
It's not
It's not
village people in your
Yes.
life.
You're pouring sansan in your own Gary.
You pouring sansan in your own garden.
Yes.
Wow.
You stopping yourself from achieving your own dreams.
True.
You know, it's normal for somebody else to stop you. But when you are the one stopping yourself, like, who do you blame? Who do you accuse? Who do you point fingers at? So self-sabotage is, I would say, is a sickness because you're incurring it on yourself. When we say village people are after us, this person is after me, this one doesn't want my progress, it's easy. But then when it is you don't even have anybody to blame at the end of the day. You're angry, you're regretting, everything is pointing back towards you. So self-sabotaging is a negative and a bad thing that people should not be doing it. And sometimes you may say is an unconscious thing, but because you're seeing results. if you keep doing it, the result will always
Still
show.
show.
No matter how long it takes, it always comes back. And then when you see that I did this and this was what it brought out, by the time you're doing the next thing, you should be more mindful. But then a lot of people tie their own destinies with their ropes, with their own hands, and then they just throw it into the sea and say that is it. You're stopping yourself from achieving that, and it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be.
You see that
that way.
unconsciously. You know, some people are being brainwashed
Yes,
of believing that what is happening to them, they are not the cause. And you see, we talk about the background. Background is always the family. You know, there are certain things that some family have adopted, and they see it like that's the way of life. What happened to the family, that's how God designed it. You know, after all, that particular uncle is against this particular family. That's why everything is not working. And you find out children growing with that thing. So before you know it, before they will get to understand that, unless they come across programs like this, that is telling you, no, that's not it. You are just living based on the knowledge available to you, but that's not the real thing. And you know, some people are very good at that. They will just cage you, keep you, and then use you. Not because you don't know your potential, but they will make you feel that's the cycle you are supposed to be. Anything outside there is a sin. And they will keep you there and they will use you. They will brainwash you until you come across programs like this, or somebody in life that is truly willing to pull you out from that mentality. So some people truly, they don't know. They don't know.
You see, when you say self, I'm the problem of myself. So self is not about somebody else constituting a problem for you. It's not about somebody else influencing you and deterring your success. It's about you being the problem of yourself. So simply put, self-sabotage manifests in you standing, being a stumbling block to your success and even your happiness. A lot of times people engage in different activities that they think that actually I'm using this person or I'm using that person. But in the true sense of the word, it is yourself that you're sabotaging. We've seen instances where people think they are smart, and out of their smartness, they want to join heads to their own advantage. That's what they think. But in the end, the result they get is like the person being confused because already there's chaos now. You can't even quench the fire because at the root cause of it is you.
I love that angle.
So at the root cause of it, it is you. So you might be thinking, I'm only using this person said, I'm using this person for my own gain. But in the long run, it is yourself that you're sabotaging. Because you cannot achieve success. You cannot be happy. You're always thinking of strategies to still attain to that height. But sooner or later, you see yourself moving backward. So self-sabotaging is you being the problem of yourself. I have goals, I have dreams, I have vision. But yet, I am my own stumbling block. How am I my stumbling block? Because I know a lot of people out there will saying, how do you mean? There's nobody that will love me like me. And then how can I want to be a doctor? How can I want to rise to the highest rank? And I'm the one stopping myself. There are attitudes, there are behaviors that you engage in that sabotage your growth. What are some of them? Procrastination is one of it. You're supposed to do something and you're saying, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next tomorrow. There's somebody that is not sleeping, is doing the work. And then you see the person blooming, growing, like achieving results. And you're saying, what's actually wrong with me? Procrastination. Self-sabotage can also manifest in low self-esteem. You lack confidence. See, you can't achieve success. You can't attain that height and get result if you don't have confidence. Hi, I don't know how to start talking to this person. Maybe it's a young girl you see and you're in love with her. And you're like, hi, what if she says no? Hi, I think her class is more than mine. A young man said he saw this pretty girl he likes so much. He admires her. But he thinks she will not accept him. You have not gone to her, but you said that she will not accept. Why? You said her class is more than yours. Low self-esteem. So these are some of the ways that we sabotage ourselves.
True.
I've said it earlier on. One, you try to just join people's heads to think that you are just gaining advantage over them. You might succeed in making them believe what is not true. But I want you to know that in the end, it is yourself. Because sooner or later, you reap that result. When you're supposed to put in the work, and then you're saying, no, tomorrow, next tomorrow. I'll just leave it next year. It's common for us to say there is no time. There's no time. There would never be time.
True.
It's just left for you to create. These are ways people sabotage themselves. So it's just you being your problem. Is you being the stumbling block. It's unfortunate that a lot of people don't know that they are the problems of themselves.
True.
You go and engage in drug addiction, drug abuse, you're taking alcohol and all of that, and later you have liver problem or one health challenge or the other. You say, why is this happening? It's my friend that caused it. There are other people that their friends introduced them and they said no. During my diploma days, I had this friend that just came new, and then we met and she was like, how can you help me? Because I just resumed. I don't have the notes. I don't know the course out and all. I started helping putting her through. Eventually, I knew she was into a certain lifestyle that does not even align with mine. But I accepted to be of help to her. So sometimes she just say, okay, can we just go to my house? It's not far from the school. And she was good enough. She was open to me. Okay, this is my life. These are the things I'm into. She will cook noodles and use weed. She smokes. Like in the evening, she goes out. Popular spot in Jos. And all of that. She said it. So when she cooks and enjoys, I'm like, and like that. So some people will point it that it's my friend that caused it. But there are people that their friends introduced them to it and they said no. So it's not you talk about your background, family background, and then the friends and all of that. As much as we know that this has effect or impact on you, you can raise yourself.
Sure.
You can re-strategize. You can recalculate. You were heading to the market and you took the left, and then you found out that no, that's heading to school. The market is this way. Would you keep going?
No.
You will never get to the market. Can you re-strategize? So, but some people have already wasted time. You are in a relationship that you should not be. But you're saying, I've already spent 5 years in it.
You know,
Is you sabotaging yourself. You will not be happy, and you just keep being there. You take up a job that you're not happy, you're not passionate about, or you engage in unhealthy relationship at workplace, and you're not happy deep within you, and you know that what you're doing is the wrong thing, but you're saying, if I stop it, I might lose the job. If I stop it, go and ask Joseph what happened when Potiphar's wife was insisting. So
You lost
you
everything.
see, you see something about self-sabotage is that we are not ready for certain things. For instance, Joy spoke about how a lot of times when you're self-sabotaging, you find people apportioning blames. She mentioned it in passing, but I'm just going to nail it on the head. Every decision you take, even if you were deceived into the decision, it is you who took that decision. So if you tend to capitalize on the reason why you were there in the first place, rather than how to get yourself up and dust up and continue moving, you will be stuck in that mode. And that is where a lot of people have found themselves when you're talking about self-sabotaging. We're not ready to let go of the past and move ahead. You capitalize on all those things. And because you're capitalizing on it, there's no way you would succeed. There's no success at the end of... In fact, when people say there's light at the end of the tunnel, it does not apply to you. It doesn't at all.
you wait
There's
for that
no
light.
tunnel.
Because
There's
you
no
wait
tunnel.
for it.
Not even tunnel in the first
People
place.
talk about the light, no tunnel.
I mean, all of these things, prudence, are easy. See, you find people falling. You know, the Bible, like, it's common for us as Christians, believers. You fall 7 times, rise again. You are defeating the devil by rising again. But that's what he does not want, and that's why he keeps sinking it in your head that you are lifting holy hands. They say, lift your hands, let's worship. You are lifting your hands. You that yesterday you committed fornication. You that yesterday you lied. See, dare him. Yes, though I did that, yes, that is not who I am. Like I fell into the temptation does not mean that that is where I'm going to remain.
Yeah.
Ask God for forgiveness, like David will always do. He will go back to the secret place, and then you move on. But we just stay stuck to the sin, and you hear people say we are all sinners, or I have sinned. I am a sinner. It's time for communion. You carry yourself and go out. I'm not worthy. It's time for prayers. No, I'm not worthy to pray. It's time for I'm not this. You keep languishing in sin and just remaining there. Pick up yourself, dust yourself, and move. Let your past not define where you are.
Yeah, very
It
true.
shouldn't.
Very true. And I'm also going to pick another point that she made when she spoke about self-esteem. There are a lot of times that you are awesome at something that you're doing, but because you don't even see your worth, you're not appreciating what you can do to even do it better. So you get to a point where even when someone sees it and it's like, Jemma, is this what you did? This is beautiful. I love it. You're like, it's fine. Yeah, sure. And things like that. And tomorrow the person is like, someone was, you automatically just begin to feel like this person is not being honest with me. This person is just pulling my legs, or this person is just deceiving me. So tomorrow when the opportunity avails itself for you to do the same thing or even better, you would not up your game and do it better. Instead, you'll be afraid and you're second guessing yourself. You're self-sabotaging. A lot of times we do things and we don't appreciate, we keep saying it on this set, who you are and what your purpose is. Because we don't even understand who we are, we cannot appreciate who we are. And I'm talking a lot out of experience. There was a time in my life where when people say something positive, I'm like, am I sure I should believe this person or not? It's like, I just automatically think that a lot of people are just deceiving me and they're just throwing lies at my face. And like, I can go back to the house, I'm like, can you imagine this person was lying to me on my face? But it's not that I could not do it. I was just too afraid to do it. So
we are living in a life we are living in a world full of deceit. That most people use that as their own means of getting source of income. So it becomes like the general way of life. That's where we can easily link it to the political scene. That you find people that are praise singers, left, right, center, because all they want to is to tell you something, just to boost your ego, just to make you feel nice at that particular time. So if you are living in this kind of world, sometimes it's difficult. Even when you are striving, you understand, to be better, to be that person that you are supposed to be. When people, sometimes it comes when you don't expect that from certain people, and it makes you feel that, is this person really telling me the truth? Or you find out that for over time, these people have been in the forefront of castigating you, making you feel like less of yourself. And then tomorrow the person is coming and to tell you, wow, Joyce, is this you? So this thing actually came from you? You are the one that designed this, or you are the one that did, you understand? And then you'll be like, where is this coming from?
Sambo Solomon, as
But
much as I'm
regardless-
aware of the fact that we live in a world that is filled or full of deception, I would still not want to align myself with blaming or pointing fingers, because in this same world where we live, information is available and accessible. So why would you decide that somebody will be the sum total of any information that is going to like come to you? Why would you hold on? It was on this side I said, when people are applauding you, check who are those people that are clapping for you. So why would you want to hold on to just the sycophants that are around you? Why would you want to hold on to when you know you can go out and talk with the people directly? What exactly is your problem? And the people can talk to you. I mean, you're representing the people, so why should your PA or your SA be the one that is telling you everything about? So as much as he has the responsibility to feed you with some of this information, why can't you? Is it not from the street? Is it not from the community that it also came out from? Why would you not go and hear them? I hear political leaders saying how that no, they have been fed with the wrong information. When you were campaigning, you went there yourself. So why won't you go there and then get the information for yourself as well? When people talk about hardship, like in our country today, they keep telling you that no, it's politics. People are politicizing it. It's opposition party, and I'm like, you're not aware of what the people are going through. So at the end of the day, when you want to come out for second term and people say they are not voting, you say, I want to apologize. People around me were not telling me the truth. You were sabotaging yourself, because if you had gone out yourself, but you chose to surround yourself, you know, we are in a time where people are not open to constructive criticism. People only want to keep people that will keep applauding them. People want to be the circle that they are up and above. They are the ones that will instruct. They are the ones that will give order. You are not open to feedback. So how do you know that you are getting things wrong? How do you know that things are going wrong? Because you are the one that have the final say. So you always see things from just your own direction, your own angle. That's another way people sabotage themselves. You're starting up a business or a company. You have a team, but you are the everything. So how do you expect that you will you can't just wake up and see everything crumbling? Why? You have sabotaged yourself all along by not being open to feedback. I mean, you have customers. You have clients, you have team members, but you are not open to feedback. You are not open to constructive criticism. I mean, you are not open to anything. So how do you expect? You're just thinking in one direction. I mean, that is why embedded in everyone is greatness. So if we come as a team, you bring, you sit on the table, and I think that's the idea of having, be it board of trustees, board members, management, and all of that, so that you can utilize the ideas. But certain people sabotage themselves by being close, like how you find some research method being close-ended, like they just have a direction and that is it. At the end of the day, you see yourself being stuck. At the end of the day, you see yourself being mentally drained. You see yourself exhausted, stressed out. Why? Because you decided that no, I want to see things only from this direction. You've decided that you are an island. You've decided that you know it all. So if we are open to learning, you have a goal, you have a vision, you know what you can do. Yesterday I said many people are capable of doing great things, but just few people are willing to do the work. Some of us, we know where we are headed. We've seen the picture, but we are not ready for the work. And that is why you are where you are. It's not as if that other person's head is two. It's not as if that person is more privileged than you are. It's possible that he has created certain connection. You too can do that. Who are the association that you're keeping? You only engage in relationship that will drain you. If you, why won't you identify? Do you know there are people that are so deliberate about relationship and friendship? You can't find them in company of fools. And that's why somebody will tell you that keep gathering idiots as friends or fools. The people you're keeping as friends will be the connection that your children will boast of tomorrow. So who are the people that you're keeping around you? That can also form self-sabotage. If you keep the wrong circle, they will aid you in doing the wrong things, and you see yourself failing. You see yourself being unhappy. In fact, sometimes you know that there are people that engage in activities that deep inside them, I don't want to do this, but if I don't do it, my friend will be angry. Like my friend say, let's go to club. If I don't go, my friend will feel bad. I'm doing holy. So I will just go, not because I want to go, but because my friend said I should go. At the end of the day, everybody is following man. I'm the only one left. And my friends are saying, you better look for one and follow. And then you end up following another one too that you don't know. You go there and person saying, this is what is going to happen. He sleeps with you. At the end of the day, you're treating infection, or maybe you contracted HIV, or maybe you are being used for ritual. You just see that one thing or the other happening in your life, and you're saying, why me?
And you see
yourself.
people that the business you talked about, you just want to be the jack of all trade of that business. Everything boils down to you. You have to be able to have people that you trust, people that can bring in ideas. Two good heads, they say, are better than one. So you have to need people that can help you. A lot of those that just want to do everything themselves come from a place of perfectionism. You know,
That's
they
another way
want-
of sabotaging yourself.
Yes,
You are a
they just want
perfectionist.
everything to just be the way they want, not knowing that Joyce can have an idea. She would come from an angle that I did not even think of. Solomon Sambo will bring another idea that didn't even occur to me. So imagine we join all our ideas together. We will do more than what I would have just done alone. I asked someone a question recently, and I said, if you are not present in this business of yours today, something just take you away, not intentional. Probably you had an accident, you have to be taken care of, or you're sick, or something just take you away. Would this business you're doing still thrive? She said yes. She said it will. Whether she's there or not, it will still thrive. And that is how people should have mindsets toward whatever they're doing. You're not an island. You cannot operate on your own. If you were, then there won't be any need for millions of others being in the same world as well. So you need to also communicate with others and do things together. Two would go farther than just one person. One which is 1,000, two which is 10,000. So why don't you think people will be there to help you? And earlier on, we talked about self-esteem. Another way I see low self-esteem is not feeling good enough. You don't feel like you're good enough to do this thing. No, I can't do it. Joyce does it better. When they are talking about, no. Prudence is good
My
for
younger
it.
brother was
When they
asked
say,
why.
no. Do you know Solomon Sambo? You are not good for anything at all.
But you
You
know
are
one
proud of it.
illusion, one lie that people believe is that when you behave as such,
It means
that
you're
you are
humble.
No, that's not
No,
meaning.
but you're not good. It is okay to recommend people to do certain things, but you should also be known for doing good things. I know of someone that she doesn't want to be appointed to do anything, not even to pray or to do anything, vote of thanks. No, she just wants to be there unnoticed and leave unnoticed, like she was not even there. But if you get her unnoticed doing things, she's doing them perfectly well. But then the moment she realized that eyes are on her, or she just blacks out. And that should not be the way things should be done. Even if you cannot do it well, let's know how much of something you can do. You don't know when an opportunity will present itself before you. And people that have seen you do things, I've seen her do this. I think she can do this. But you don't just feel like, okay, you're not good enough. That's not humility.
Low
It's
self-esteem.
lowest
One time,
self-esteem.
my younger brother came home, and it was this third time collection of gifts and all of that. Say, you, every time we going for a speech and prize, you will not collect gifts first, second, third. Your own is nothing.
Clapping for those
And he said,
collecting
hey,
gifts.
collect what? You say, can't you take first position? He said, hey, people don't know what you are saying. That first position is for only that girl that you're seeing. That since they started the school, she's the only one. So nobody can take that. That first position is just for that girl in their class. So that's how some of us think that you are not worthy. You can't. You have told yourself already, I can't.
Yes.
And that's why you don't break ground. I've always told myself, I cannot do everything. Sometimes even within our own profession, like you see that it's not everything that you can't be the camera, you can't edit, you cannot be a presenter and all of that. But I'll always say, if you teach me, if you put me through, I can do it. Like I can do it. Whatever it is, just teach me, put me through, I can do it. But by the time you keep seeing some people like miracle wonder, people are doing certain things and you're looking at them and like they are some kind of creature.
Where are they coming from? It's like you think they're aliens or something. Like everybody is better at this. Everybody is good at this than I am. And because you have that ideology, you have that mentality. So these are two extremes. You talk about people that see every other person as being a better person than him or her. and then somebody else who sees himself as a better person than anybody else. Two extremes that cause you to self-sabotage. A lot of times you find, Gemma spoke about perfectionists. You find that perfectionists don't go anywhere. Because if you don't learn to accept help and to accept aid, you would be doing things in one way, one direction, so narrow-mindedly, and it would not go far. So we need to, as much as we talk about how you need to build confidence, to build your esteem and all that, it is also important that you look at it and you don't go over the bridge and it turns to extremism or perfectionism. Because if it reaches that side of the pendulum, it automatically goes, you're doing yourself more harm than good. You're trying to prevent yourself from doing harm to yourself, and then you're doing more harm to yourself. So when you're working on your character, your behavior, you need to watch these extremes as well, so you don't go over the edge. We talked about procrastination. Honestly, let's talk about procrastination.
For example,
Why you
for
smiling like
example,
that?
but I just said for example.
For example,
We would like you to give example.
Are you
so that we
doing better
understand.
again?
for example, I've been telling myself, for example,
There you go.
Don't worry. Before the end of the show, Jemima will tell you how to overcome
procrastination, that I'm going to get a week for myself. I'm pretty sure Joyce knows how long we have been discussing this.
Me, I'm always available. I don't have.
But somebody is procrastinating.
I know one day the Holy Spirit will do his own.
So this is just, it's not like it's a bad thing for me. This is something good. This is something that would help me, but I'm not even ready to do it. I keep saying, no, I'll do it tomorrow. No, don't worry.
Next
I'll do
month.
it next month.
Next
Next
time.
month. There's
Before
still
you know,
time.
we're
That's the
doing
lie.
New Year.
The illusion that there's time. And we've done two New Years on that conversation.
I'm very patient. I'm a patient person, patient vendor.
But this is just the point. A lot of times, with serious things, more important things, we tend to bring in this procrastination into play, and because of that, we are heading nowhere. You find that someone is intentionally holding herself or himself back. You are intentionally holding yourself back consciously. It's not like you're unconscious about this. This is something that you know that if you get up and you do it now, you have gotten this over and done with, and you move to a different project. But no, let's stay back a little bit. Let's tarry a little bit
Let me
in this
sleep for
place.
30 more minutes.
30 minutes.
And you know,
no harm.
another way to see the procrastination is I see that a lot with people. Someone that is excessively fat, and then you were told the things that you need to do to not to become slim, to just keep fit. You were told what you need to do. Okay, you need to eat this, you should avoid this, you need to exercise at least so times. That person would just the same person that is supposed to exercise is sleeping all the time. The same things you were asked not to eat, you're eating them in large proportions.
What if that's my body?
You know,
It's just
and
inherited from
and if you try to talk to this person, well, I'll start next week. I'll start tomorrow. When tomorrow reach, next week. You know that you're supposed to. The earlier, the better. But then you keep procrastinating, and then I'm telling you to do it. It will not benefit me. But I'm only telling you out of concern. But you're sabotaging yourself by yourself. If you would get up and do this, the idea is not for you to slim down. Just keep fit. Because there are certain illnesses that will easily just catch up with you because of that. So at the end of the day, it's for your own good. But you find people not even doing that, or doing very little and expect a massive result with just the little things they do. So sabotaging yourself through procrastination is really a bad thing. And another thing I see people do is they are scared of failing when they are supposed to do something. The fear of failure alone is making you not to start that. Okay, because you're feeling if I start, I will fail. So let me just sit down. Let me not do it at all. So because you're scared of failing, who told you that you would fail, because
Even if you fail, failure is
because
not the
5
end of
people
life.
in your life have done the same thing and failed. What makes you think if you do it you will fail? And even if you fail, so what? You're not the first
Life
person
goes
to
on.
fail, neither will you be the last person. Keep
Life
trying,
goes on.
And
keep trying, and eventually you will get to where
said
you
it-
want to be. And
when
other
you talk
people,
about failure,
other
Jemima,
people,
Right?
make
right?
it look as if okay, it's just subtle now. When you fail and come back home with that result, and you
but
and others
but
are actually
I want
scared
to
of
emphasize
okay,
on that.
okay, and others are actually scared of success,
Mm.
while others are scared of failing.
Failure,
Others are
success.
scared of success.
Very
Okay, so
true.
it's more like I have climbed just like 2 steps of the ladder, and I feel like if I go higher, the challenges will bring me back to point zero, and I don't want to go back to point zero. I better just remain at point 2. So because I know that I would go higher and face more challenges, I'll face more problems, and possibility has it that I may drop down and start all over again. I just prefer to remain there. Probably I'll just put my leg a little, come down, and remain where I am. But then you should know that success comes with its own package altogether. So if you want to be a successful person, you have to go all the way up. Even if you come back down, start all over again. So whether you're scared of success or you're scared of failure, it is all things that sabotages people. You self-sabotage yourself through all of that. So it's important that you look into it. I am not saying that there will not be struggles. And you know the reality of the struggle is harder than just the thought of it. So it is important you know that it will come hard on you. But then you have to move. You really, so far you are alive, there is hope.
Yes,
You
mhm.
just have to keep moving one way or the other.
why do people always choose the negative thought? Like you find yourself in certain situation, instead of you to see the good in it, you're always aligning with the negative thoughts. Hi, oh,
What if I fail?
What
What
if-
if I
or you
succeed?
you see you are the one that caused. Oh, hi, this thing wouldn't have happened. Why are you not thinking, hey, what do we do? Okay, how can we navigate? Okay, we took the wrong road. Let's turn. No, you want to stay at the wrong route, then start fighting yourself,
lamenting.
start lamenting, and that's why
And
earlier
you're
on I talk
beating
about
yourself up.
re-strategizing, re-raising yourself. Like we need that. People need to understand that if you have been sabotaging yourself, that it has affected your happiness, it has affected your growth or your success. You can change. You don't have to keep going till
Yes.
you hit your head on the wall. Like you can turn, re-strategize, re-raise yourself. We cannot continue to lament, stay in the book of lamentation, move to act,
Yes.
take actions. Like you cannot continue lamenting. People that break the world, people that made a lot of difference, people that we're talking about today, is because they dared to be different. They took the risks. They faced their fears. And that
Yes.
is why they got to where they are. You cannot keep being where you are. You see, what are the root causes of your self-sabotage? Is it fear? Face it. Is it procrastination? Change. Is it low self-esteem? Develop confidence. Sometimes we want to pick up a course, we want to pick up business, we want to start up a job, and we just keep procrastinating. I've not started this, I did not apply. I don't, how would I cope with?
How would
Face it. Like, stop procrastinating, develop that confidence. Those people that are doing it are not better than you are. So that they are there does not mean you cannot also attain that height. So build confidence. Like, if it is the wrong relationship that you found yourself that have led you to abusing substances, you can change. Leave that association, seek for a counselor. If you need to see a psychologist, a therapist, do it. So that you would don't remain there. It's not the end of life. Some people just stay and say, I'm waiting for the day that God will take my life. How
You
can
see-
you be talking like that? You are abusing drugs, and that is what has led to your
Held
health
you back.
challenge. So why wouldn't you stop it? You are in a wrong relationship. How can I have a friend for 7, 5, 10 years? You have not impacted me positively, and I'm still holding on to you, and you want to sit me down, advise me. Am I normal? Like, this person has been advising you for this number of years, and nothing has changed in your life, and I want to keep hearing your advice. No, it means there's something wrong. Or when you keep certain friends, they are blooming, they are blossoming, and you are not moving any forward.
And
and
you're
they
just
tell you they
sitting
mean well for you.
You
So
see,
check, what are your association? What are they telling you? What are the information you keep exposing yourself to? All these things constitute sabotage to self. Sometimes we get married to even people. There are people right now that all these things we can say is amen, amen. Because you end up with partners that before you got married to them, you were doing so well. Today, you are like a shadow of yourself because of the people you decided to settle down with. Sometimes I hear men say, oh, it's like men are just born to work, stress, and die. Sometimes some of these things that you're going through, you constitute it for yourself. You get married, instead of you to support your partner, push that flame. And then what you do is that, women, when you allow them to work and they start earning now, they will be disrespectful. You tell her she will not work, or let her stay at home. Tomorrow they are calling you, guys are finished. Units are finished. This one, school fees, clothes, pampers. She need money for eye pencil, her pad,
angry.
and all of that. And you are angry. And you are feeling which kind of
Why are
life
you
is
angry?
this
You
one?
should happily
This
be
woman
doing
is very
it.
lazy. This one is this and
see-
that. Look
you
at
see-
all the things you are going through. Who constitute that?
Yourself.
You asked her to resign because you felt she was
Self-
aiming higher than
well,
you.
we talk
biggest
about self.
sabotage that we do to ourselves is that we lie to ourselves.
Yes.
We lie to ourselves. If all of us like we wake up and said, me, Sambo Solomon, I will tell myself the truth. Who am I? What are those areas that I know I'm good, and I will focus on them and build on them? You see, we talk about failure. It's the way people magnify and project the
Failure.
issue of failure. That's when you talk failure, you
Everybody's
see
afraid.
everybody is afraid. And when
It's not
for
just,
a-
nobody
for
even
a-
come close to you
yes,
if you
and
fail.
for a child, when you talk about failure, he start crying. You understand? And you look at it from that level. A child, is having that mentality. He will not see it as if, okay,
It's a
like
stepping stone.
failure is something that you try and you didn't get it right.
And let me try again.
And let me try it again. Are we giving ourselves the opportunity of trying and trying and trying and trying again until we get it right? Like yesterday, Engineer Tony was talking about some people see speed instead of
Yes.
they look out for speed instead of what's the other thing he said. I remember he talked about
Result?
instead of result, right? Result. If you can move an inch, that means there's a progress, right? And then tomorrow you add an inch, that means there's a progress. It's just that we are different, and the reason why we are different is because God knows the reason why He created us this way. But you tell yourself, this is who I am. My progress, this is how it comes. Can I just be contented with it and then keep moving? Not that I will be contented and stay where
Yeah.
I am, but be contented. This is the speed, because your model of engine is different from the one that you are thinking you are comparing yourself with. Because this issue of competition. Yesterday you talk about
Unhealthy competition.
unhealthy competition.
That's another
And you see,
self-sabotage.
if you are not telling yourself the truth, that is when you will engage in such kind of competition.
True.
But if you are to tell yourself the truth, Joyce is Joyce, Jemima is Jemima,
I mean,
Prudence is Prudence.
You can
But
only be their second version.
you can only be their second. Okay, they are my cycle, right? How is their strength, their speed helping me to go
Grow
or
myself.
to move based on my speed? The only thing is that, like you rightly said earlier, you are in a cycle. Okay, now I'm coming from the other side. You are in a cycle, right? All your cycle are progressing. You are not. And like there's no any effort to even help you to move, right? But in this way, what I'm trying to say, okay, you are in a cycle, right? Okay, you are not in a competition. But how are you picking their strengths to help you move even in your own speed?
Yes.
This time around, you are telling yourself the truth. Okay, this person is good at this. This person is good at that. This person is good. I'm good at this. But our speed is different. But I'm gathering their strength to help me move based on my own strength, not to engage in a competition that I know I can crash. Do you get? So we just have to understand this and then tell ourselves the truth in whatever we do.
Very true.
Telling yourself the truth would help you, will guide you even in your choice of the cycle you keep.
Very
Because
true.
sometimes you just want to belong and you just keep certain people that are not even helping you in any way. While they are moving, you're complaining that they are moving, while you are the one who chose the cycle. And the cycle is affecting you, your spirit, and you're complaining. That means you create a cycle that will sabotage even your movement. Psychologically, you are not okay. Mentally, you are not okay because you engage yourself. You subscribe to it by yourself. How do you expect to grow? But like she said, you can
Re-strategize.
re-strategize, retrace. You understand? And make a new
way for
new
yourself.
way for yourself.
You see, I picked two things from what you said. And a lot of times we tend to not even look at that. You're talking about process, and you're talking about how you need to be, like your eyes should be open. On the clock, you're looking. You're not blinded and walking blindly. There's something that we're always in a haste to do. You see, success, a lot of times people are in a haste to success, and because you are rushing to success, your speed is just too much. Yeah, that's
just
the way
to make
you
it
phrase
to impress.
Yes, and because of
Make a
that,
statement.
you make all the wrong decisions. So what are you doing? Self-sabotaging. For you to actually get over self-sabotage, you have to understand that patience plays an important role. What does patience mean? Patience is not you being negligent. Patience is not you being carefree and careless. Patience is that as much as you're striving to do better, even when it does not look like it is working, you are patient to see the result at the end of the day. You have that resilience. You have that, you are ready to wait to see the end result as much as you're putting in efforts to get the work done. But you see what we are failing to do? When we put small work done, we want to see magnificent results. You just put in a little and you just want to automatically see it just shine. If you put in small, maybe you put in half. I don't know how you expect that. There's a drop of water
That's
in my
magic
cup.
then.
A drop of water in my cup, but you're expecting that when you go and come back, it will be full. You did not add water into it, so how is it supposed to be full? So that's how a lot of us approach life. We have the get rich quick attitude. We want to succeed at a quick pace. We're not patient, and because you're not patient, you just want to see the big picture and you're not seeing the little progress. If you focus and you capitalize on that big picture and you're not seeing the progress, the small progress you're taking, you'll not even appreciate the struggle that you went through. You will not even appreciate it. And we talked about how even appreciating the works of your hand is essential for you to grow. Because if you do not appreciate the works of your hand, you are self-sabotaging. So for you to not sabotage yourself, there's a lot to put into play. And just like everybody has listed here, a lot more that we could have said on this show, and it looks like our time is already ticking and going. So but it is essential that you know that a lot of times the failure that you see in yourself or the things that are not working out for you tend to be because of certain things that you're doing. And I'm not saying always, but a lot of times. So you have to check. When you find yourself stuck in a situation, be very observant, be very vigilant, and see exactly what is it that caused this problem. Is it something that I did or did not do that is causing this? And if it is that, then let me address that situation and let me not leave it to linger, because that's another mistake that we make. When we see that something is wrong, we linger in it instead of us to address the wrong that we have done or the wrong that has happened. We just want to enjoy the wrong. I don't understand how, but we do that a lot.
I think lack of taking responsibility.
Yes.
I mean, that was
Lack of
exactly
taking
the word I was
responsibility.
going to
Yes.
talk about. See, for you to come out of this self-deception,
That's
I
the
you
love
need to
that.
take responsibility. I mean, sometimes most of the problems that we have self-inflicted. And all of these things that are self-inflicted are the self-sabotage. So it is not somebody that is the cause of your problem, you being the problem of yourself. So what do you need to do to have the situation like turn for good? Is for you to take responsibility. I mean, I have been engaged in these activities, I've been doing this and that, and I don't want my life to continue like this. This has constituted bitterness, sadness for me. It has made me to be stagnated, stuck in a particular place. I want to grow beyond where I am. I cannot continue lamenting. Take actions, take responsibility. There are people that you know they will never take responsibility in their life. The moment you say, why did you step on this? Why did they put it in there? Like,
Blame games.
you always have a reason for that action. So in the end, you think you're being smart. For some people, they think it's being smart.
Yes.
But it's not. You are sabotaging. In the end, you can't win. Like, I mean, you will not win in the
It's
end.
true.
All those things that you have been doing that you think you are being smart, you are outsmarting, oh, it's street smart, oh, it's business. You call it all manner of name to suit that erroneous lifestyle that you are engaged in. In the end, you will lose, and you will lose woefully. So I pray that people out there will not get consumed, because there are a lot of people that got consumed as a result of self-sabotage. You are feeling, oh, I'm a big boy. You want to show people how that you can smoke till daybreak. I hear a story of people that drink till they die. There are people that engage in activities that it just took their life, all because you wanted to prove a point. So don't, in a bid to prove a point, in a bid to show how smart you are, outsmart yourself. But identify purpose. Ask the fundamental question: why am I here? Why am I existing? Why am I sleeping and waking up? Another person slept and didn't wake up, but I woke up today. Why? So answer this question. Know the purpose. When you know your purpose, you are being guided. What are my values? What are my principles? You can't be living your life without values and principles that guide. In fact, some of us find people with principles very difficult people. I mean, how do you want somebody to just be living anyhow? When you come with this, he accept. When this person come with this, he accept. No, that's you're not called to live anyhow. You should have values. You should have principles. You should be guided by your belief. And in the long run, like, you find yourself navigating your way through all of this.
Very true. Very
And
true.
change your mindset as well. All these things has to do with what you believe in, what you were taught, what you grew up to know, or what you see people doing that works for them. You change your mindset. Changing self-sabotage starts from there. When you begin to rechange things that you have held onto, that have destroyed your life, you begin to change from it. And don't force yourself. Don't rush yourself. It's a gradual process.
True.
And once you make that decision of taking responsibility for what you are doing that is wrong, and or was wrong that inflicted, pain on you, and then delay your progress. Once you make that decision, change your cycle.
True. Thank you so much for doing this. It's always a pleasure. All right, so you've heard it. Be patient when you're doing things, and make sure to change, to adjust and work on your mindset constantly. And also, please learn to take responsibility. I think we've summarized everything that we talked about today, so that you will not be the reason for your own downfall. Neither will you be the reason for your own lack of success. So as much as it lies with you, get your hands to work and do it right. See you again tomorrow for another beautiful episode of Today's Life. But for now, we say bye. Have a good day.